Rates are ridiculous. We have a carrier currently offering up to a 34% bonus on money invested for the next 60 days. Let me make this clear. A 34% bonus added immediately to your investment. Immediately, 10% of your entire investment is available to you. 10% is available to you every single year. The first $31,100 you earn is tax exempt to Kentucky. If your current person can offer you a better deal, you should stay where you are. If not, what are you waiting for? Zero risk, up to a 34% bonus, 10% available immediately. Ball game over. Call today at 270-438-2611 or visit us online at studlefinancial.com.
News and weather this hour is brought to you by United Furniture and Appliance on Talk 104 and 93 WKCT, Bowling Green.
You're listening to Sports Talk, presented by Greenwood Ford.
It's Wednesday night. You know what that means. It's Sports Talk, live here on Talk 104, 93 WKCT, presented by Greenwood Ford. And also thanks to other contributing sponsors as well, too. Campbell Chevrolet, Hills Mattress and More, and Breen and Williford Injury Lawyers. Welcome to a jam-packed edition of the show. We just had the pre-party on with M. Macy from Bowling Green High School. And now we got a lot of guests here tonight, guys, so let's introduce all the guests here on the show tonight. First off, Cole Scott is in Cincinnati watching the Cincinnati Reds being the Cincinnati Reds. They just lose to the Mets. That's what they do. That's what they do.
Oh,
I'm sure he wouldn't like that at all. But in any event, we got former WKO sports anchor and now at WKYT in Lexington, Kaden Gaylord-Day. Why you had to leave, brother? Why'd you have to leave? Why?
It's not that I had to,
Yes, you did. You could have stayed.
I mean, I love Bowling Green. I do miss it down here, so I keep up with what's going on. I come down here anytime I can to be a part of the community still and help out around here. So yeah, I mean, it's always going to be my second home. I mean, I went to Western too, so I was here for 8 years prior. So
So it should be your first home.
No. Lexington's I lived there for 20 years or however long. How old am I? 26? Yeah, I've lived there for 26 years. So,
by the way, he just had a belated birthday, so everybody wish him a happy birthday. And if you want to leave sippy cups right here in the front doorstep here at the Talk 104, come on down and leave them for you. There you go. We got to get you back down here, man. No, get you out of Lexington area. Get out of that vortex. Get out of there. Get out of there. Also, we got Tyler Fernandez as well, too. He's going to be on the show as well, too. Plus, Tyler will be one of the main guests on the after party because we're going to talk about the historical season that South Warren had. You called, about 30 games this season for them?
I probably called a pretty good amount this year, and it was just really fun, though, just the journey that they've been on, and, to cap it off with the state championship. Obviously, we'll get more into it later on, but it has been such a fun journey and just so awesome just to cover them from them taking on number 5 Assumption to literally the regional to all the way to the state championship. It's just been really, really fun just covering this team and what they're all about.
So definitely, that's part of the after party. Our main guest on the show tonight, like I said, we just had M. Macy on the pre-party, and she's the soccer player from Bowling Green High School. We got Coach Shawn Savage, new head coach from Greenwood Gators basketball team. He'll be joining us in just a few moments along with his players. And then Brandon Combs, new head coach at Metcalfe County, and some of his players will be joining us later on the show too as well. And then reminder once again, next week, the 1-year anniversary show live from Greenwood Ford. That's next Wednesday night at 6 p.m. Everybody come to Greenwood Ford. Come see us out there. Come buy us a car if you want to as well. Hey, we'll take it. I'm sure Troy and the gang will be happy as well too on top of that. But yeah, it's going to be a big show next week, and we will have the state and national champions South Warren Lady Spartan softball team. They'll all be there next Wednesday night, as well as Adam Witt, who is now the new head coach for Bowling Green Lady Purple's golf team, as well as the boys coach as well, too. And his players will join us this week, too, as well. So it'll be a great show. Okay, before we take a quick break and bring in on Coach Savage and the guests real quick, NBA just wrapped up. Knicks, you okay with that?
Yeah.
Knicks?
I'm okay with it.
Guys, you okay with that? Knicks? Yeah. Knicks. Tyler, you okay with that?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I mean, can you not hear my applause?
Oh, okay. No. I could hear the applause.
Oh,
I couldn't hear that.
Very happy for Cat. So I'm good with it.
Hey, look.
Now stop.
Hey, I will say, Cat did a good. Hey, I'd say he did a pretty solid job covering
Cat did
women.
good, but he's saying it because he's a UK guy.
No,
I don't know why he's saying that.
And number one overall pick in 2015 NBA draft. How about that? But man, one of the things that people ask me all the time is, who do you have winning the finals? You look at it on paper, you would say the San Antonio Spurs,
right?
Because of Stephon Castle, Victor Wembanyama, just to name a few. I mean, you obviously Julian Champagny and all those guys.
Right.
But part of me is thinking, if I were to go to a bench team that scores the best, that would be the New York Knicks. Because obviously you got big body Brunson, who can ball out, even though Becky Hammond said he was too small and was just considered a 1A guy.
Yeah,
that was 3 years ago.
She did.
But look, she's doing successful as a WNBA coach for the Las Vegas Aces, so you can't dog on her too much. But you got him, you got the two other Nova teammates, Josh Hart and Mikal Bridges,
right?
And then OG Anunoby from the Toronto Raptors. They got in a trade. He played at Indiana, and then Karl Anthony Towns. I mean, that was literally the missing piece of the puzzle. When Mike Brown got hired, obviously the expectation for them was to win the NBA championship, and they literally did in his first year after Tom Thibodeau took them to the conference finals. And a lot of people were thinking, well, oh man, he got fired and stuff. Who are they going to hire to replace this guy? Because look, the one thing Tom Thibodeau did was he brought back a lot of stability and discipline to the Knicks organization when there literally was not any. So you got to give him credit to where credit's due, but you cannot play your starters nearly the entire game. Like, that's just not going to work. That's part of the reason why they fell to the Pacers in the Eastern Conference Finals at 7 games, is they didn't go to their bench at all. Here's the thing. If Mike Brown was the coach the year before and they would have gone to their bench, I don't think that we would have seen Indiana make it as far as they did. Now, that's bold from my standards, but with the bench that New York has and the way that's been utilized, Deuce McBride, Landry Shamet, Mitchell Robinson, the longest tenured Nick, is now an NBA champion.
That bench was suspect last year. I think that's the reason why he didn't play him very much.
Yeah. Well, that ultimately bit him in the Tuckus. So there you go. Take that for what you're worth.
Yeah, and I thought it was a bad move to get rid of Tibbs, but now, a year later, hey, I guess it was the right move.
Everybody in the media was going crazy when they were down 2-1 to the Hawks. I mean, which I understand, but at the same time, I'm like, y'all, you do understand that New York's going to figure this out, and they're going to just go on a run of their own.
And they did.
They beat the snot out of the Hawks. They swept the Sixers. They swept the Cavs and beat a physical San Antonio Spurs team in 5 games. Now, another thing that stood out also was that as the games went on, Jalen Brunson got better. I mean, that's literally the marquee thing. Jalen Brunson, yes, he was very efficient. He still had 30 points in game 1. He still had 20 in game 2, but he didn't shoot the ball well. Games 3 through 5, he was shooting the ball nearly in between 45 and 50%.
Yep.
That goes to show you that as soon as Jalen Brunson gets hot, good luck stopping him. He cooked Wembanyama. He cooked him.
Yeah, he did. He did. Knicks first team to win a NBA championship with nobody drafted, all through trade and free agency. How about that?
I did not know that.
That's pretty interesting. Very intriguing. I mean, you can win championship in different ways, and they showed you they can through the draft, through free agency and trades.
Coach, I don't know when you were born, but fellas, I know our parents weren't even born the last time the Knicks won the championship. So,
I think mine were. Mine were
not born.
Jeez, Caden, man. On that note, let's take a break. Man, just age shamed us, man. Come on, Caden. Can't be like that, man. Coming up next, Coach Savage and the Gators are going to join us next on Sports Talk Live here on Talk 104, 93 to the KCT, presented by Greenwood Ford.
Ford just brought back one of its biggest offers with a message that says it all. American value for American values. Right now at Greenwood Ford Lincoln, with employee pricing for all, you pay what we pay on almost all new Ford inventory. That means this is a great time to take a serious look at getting into a new Ford and seeing just how much value is on the table. If you've been waiting for the right time, this could be it. So come see us at Greenwood Ford Lincoln and ask us about the employee pricing today.
As a paratrooper and combat veteran of the U.S. Army, I was trained to run toward the sounds of battle, not away from them. I brought that same mentality home to Kentucky to fight for my clients. I'm injury lawyer Will Williford, and where there's a will, there's a way. I'm blessed to call Kentucky my home. I was born here, grew up here, and raised my family here. When members of my community are injured by the careless actions of another, I'm committed to fighting for them like family. I'm injury lawyer Will Williford, and where there's a will, there's a way.
Shop for your next car or truck at Campbell Chevrolet and Campbell Pre-Owned on both corners of Gary Farms Boulevard at Scottsville Road. If you do not see what you want, please let us know, since the inventory changes every day. Great money-saving prices on both corners. Rebates and low interest rates are back on new Chevrolets. Drop by and enjoy shopping. We make it easy. Campbell Chevrolet on Scottsville Road.
Talk 104 at 19 WKYT and Sports Talk right here on your Wednesday night presented by Greenwood Ford. And now let's bring in our first guest here on the show. We have head coach Shawn Savage of the Greenwood Gators basketball team. Good evening, coach.
What's going on, man?
Got to pull the microphone by you, coach. We can hear you. Grab Caden's microphone. There you go.
Right.
Grab it. There you go.
How y'all doing?
Doing good, coach. How you doing, sir?
Pretty good. Glad to be here. Appreciate you having us.
No problem. Who'd you bring with you tonight?
So right next to me, got Ethan York. He'll be a junior this year. And then beside him, got Caden Graves. He'll be a senior.
All right, good deal. Let's just jump right into it with some basketball talk here. Summer camps, how are things going with the Gators so far?
Everything's been good, man. We've gone up to Louisville and played some good competition up there, Louisville Eastern, North Oldham. Two really good teams, battled. Played down at WKU in their team camp and played some more tough teams there. Played where we just come back from Lexington, went 4-0 up in Lexington at the KABC.
Okay.
NCAA event that they had. Played over at Ohio County, played against Ohio County, Butler County, and then yesterday we played over in an FCA event out at Buchanan against Hart County and Glasgow. So been very pleased with what I've seen, out of our team, just the fight, the way that they play together, the defensive intensity that they're starting to bring. So been very, very pleased.
Coach, before we kind of get more into the basketball talk, let's talk about a little bit about the process, because obviously, Greenwood's obviously in the same district. I was Bowling Green, Warren Central, and obviously you've been a long time DG Sherrill disciple under him. So when looking at the process, what stuck out to you about Greenwood and how they've been able to, play their brand of basketball and have the, the winning culture that they've been able to establish, which allowed you to take this job?
First off, just being able to stay in the 14th district, which you just talked about. Like, I know that district very well. I played in that district, coached in that district for 8 years. Before I went down to the middle school last year. So just the familiarity there was the first thing that kind of, told me that was a good situation to get into. And then, looking at the roster that they had coming back with Ethan, Caden, guys like Martell, Braden, Cash, AJ, Drake, a senior-led team, along with Ethan being a junior, that just came off a really good run last year. I just felt like it was a good situation to step into, to be able to compete, in the 14th district in my first year. And just being with them this summer has just only confirmed that it's a really good group, not only on the court, but off the court. So I feel like I said, just looking at the roster and seeing what they brought back, that alone was very intriguing to me.
You can get Caden. Go ahead. Go ahead. There you go.
I'm gonna give you right here in between. It's just, fellas. Ethan, you said you're about to be a junior, right? Caden about to be a senior. Just, for Greenwood basketball to be able to make the leap that it has over the past few years, what's it like being in part of that progress? Knowing, especially in the 14th district, like we were talking before this, I said 4 out of the top 5 spots in the fourth region were all the 14th district teams. So, just for you all to have the success that you all last year and the year before, getting up to this point, what's it been like being a part of that progress?
Being a part of that progress, I mean, we've put in a ton of work to be where we are, and we've all just been playing with each other a long time. So, I mean, it took a lot to get where we were last year from being where we were years prior, but, I mean, it's been cool. I like the progress we made.
Yeah. I feel like ever since freshman year when Ethan came up and played with us, we always knew that we were going to be good and able, but we did hit a little speed bump in between sophomore and junior year. It was kind of the realization of this is going to be harder. And last year, we just didn't really, I don't know how to say it like that, but Coach Savage has really brought out of us how we know what we want and we want to make it far. He's really brought out the intensity that we need to be able to make it far. And now we have somewhat experience. And I think that it was a really big jump and a lot of work had to be done. But I feel like we always knew we could do it because we have been playing together for so long. And it's just really exciting to be at this point.
For the players, how's the adjustment been from going from Coach McCoy now to Coach Savage?
It's definitely been different, but a good different. Like, I feel like I got more confidence now playing and just being able to be loose. And I like what he's been doing with just letting us play, not having so many just plays, just playing motion. He's just letting us play loose. So I definitely like it.
I love it, and I really feel like he brought the joy back to basketball and for the whole program, just love and how much we genuinely love being around each other, and he really brings it out to remind us that this is a fun sport, but also work has to be done, but he wants to make us work and be fun. Like, it's just a really great environment, culture, everything is just great and very enjoyable to be around.
Coach, if you were to obviously this is, your first time getting up to this level and being a head coach, obviously you come from Bowling Green, you've been a part of that coaching staff. Just kind of describe your philosophy as a coach and what do you kind of want to instill in these guys as you take over the reins here?
So just kind of a little bit what they said, like basketball first got to be fun, man. You got to enjoy coming out there and playing every day because it is a grind. Obviously, we just started in June and, we'll have dead period, but then July we'll get back to it. And then all the way through hopefully March, you'll be playing. So because it's a long time, you want that time to be fun. And then like what Ethan said, I want them to just play free. I feel like when you get to just running plays every possession, you kind of limit what your guys do because they know where they're going, but then people that scout you are going to know, okay, this guy's going to be in this spot on this play every single time. But if you're playing basketball freely and based off how the defense guards you, then you're way more unpredictable. And the guy who's open is going to get the ball to score. So that's one thing I preach to them is just always make the right play. If the right play is for you to take the shot, take the shot. If the right play is for you to get another guy's shot, then do that. And then also just defense. I feel like that's one of the things that for me as a coach, where I have grown, I've always been an offensive guy from the time that I played high school to college to when I first started coaching, just preached offense. But going on a run like we did a few years ago really showed me that, the defensive side of the ball has to be the side of the ball that you put your focus on, because even when your shots aren't falling, your defense can still be there with the effort and communication that your guys have. So
for the players. Obviously you talked a little bit about it, but what were you all's first impressions? Because I saw a picture on social media that all of y'all were in that room when he spoke to y'all. What are some of the things that stood out when Coach Savage arrived at Greenwood with that first introductory conference that he did?
Whenever he first came, when I first heard the news, I was super excited. He's always been a good coach, so I was pretty excited. But when he came and gave the speech, he gave me a little more encouragement about next season. Because whenever McCoy left, I was a little worried. But when Savage came and talked to us, I felt a little more encouragement. So,
I think most of us, just being seniors, were nervous because only a couple people knew who he was by training with him and just being around Bowling Green players. So I think a couple of us were nervous, but after that press conference and just the blueprint he had for the next few years, or our year as just a program, we felt ultimately reassured and very excited that we knew our last year for the main group, not Ethan, but our last year was going to be a good one, and this is our chance to give everything we got and say what we said freshman year and where we'd be. So,
Coach, how'd you know you was ready to be a full-time head coach on the main level? You did middle school, but how'd you know you was ready to be a varsity head coach?
I really felt like I have been for a few years. I think going down to the middle school and kind of running that program and seeing things kind of from a different perspective off the court more so than on the court, just gave me the experience I needed to kind of deal with some things that I'm dealing with, as a head coach. I feel like basketball is the easy part. Relationships, the easy part. It's just kind of the little stuff that you have to do behind the scenes that maybe I wasn't ready for. But I feel like, like I said, going to the middle school, I was able to do a lot of those things last year and prepare me, to step into this role this year. So on the court, I feel like it's been a while, but then off the court, I think last year really, really solidified it for me.
Players, I always want to ask players like these types of questions. Who do you kind of model your game after? Who's your favorite player that you love to watch and kind of take things from and be like, oh, maybe I can do this on the court?
A college player would definitely be Kobe Bryant from Kentucky when he marked his first year. But if I had to watch somebody a lot, it'd probably be probably Kevin Durant or shooting like Steph Curry, just one of them two.
Okay.
I'll give a college one and an NBA one too. So college, my favorite team is Gonzaga, and so I like modeling my game after Graham Ike that just graduated. Like my favorite players, and then NBA. I've always thought of myself kind of like Jokic. I can pass well, I can rebound, and I can score. But I would stick more to the Graham Ike side of the spectrum, if I'm being honest.
Big rebounder.
Yeah.
We'll talk about Big Chet here in the after party here in a little bit.
My.
Yeah, because he might be getting out of OKC after this year.
We don't claim him.
We don't claim him. All right. Go ahead, Tyler. What you got?
That's funny, but no, I just kind of based on y'all's summer and how it's been going. What can y'all do then over the course to try to, when the winter season comes around, when the grind really starts, to start implementing your game and transform it into the success that you're going to put on the court under Coach Savage's first year?
Are you asking what we can do?
Yeah.
We can definitely. We're going to be working out anyways, so through July to the season starting, we can always get more stronger, we can jump higher, just be better in general, and then we can also just keep playing with each other throughout the summer and as practices go on, and then we should be ready by the time the first game comes around.
I think ever since we played Louisville Eastern and North Oldham in our first kind of tournament thing, after that, we've just been playing better basketball together. So I think it's only going to get better the more time we spend with each other and play together under this new head coach. And like Ethan said, all the work we're going to put in. and we can only get better from here.
All right, so Coach Savage, the dead period is coming up here in less than a week. So what plans do you have for the boys to stay in that basketball mode during the dead period, and then as you lead up to your first practice as well, too, in October?
Just dead period, my message will be like, obviously take a little break. You gotta be a kid still.
Okay.
You don't want to just go to where you get tired of it. Because like I talked about earlier, you want it to be fun. So at some point, you just got to take a little break and just enjoy yourself a little bit. But, keep a basketball in your hand, whether it's just dribbling outside in the driveway, whether you're going somewhere else and getting some shots up. Just keep that basketball in your hand, just so once we do pick it back up in July, it hadn't been two weeks since you've touched the basketball. Then once we hit July, getting in the weight room, getting stronger, like Ethan talked about, getting quicker, improving our jumping ability. Just we want to be a physical team, and so the weight room is going to be key for us to be able to do that. We'll do a lot of skill work. We want to play fast, so just kind of work on little things of getting the ball out quick on a make and on a miss. We want to push the ball down the floor, keep that pressure on the defense. And whether we're getting a shot each time, that's what I was kind of trying to explain to them. We want to push even if we're not getting a bucket, just to keep the pressure on, to make a defense, if they score, if they miss, to have to sprint back and worry about us coming back down the floor. Then once we get to practice, it's really just, understanding what we're trying to do offensive and defensively, getting more, in tune or comfortable with what each guy does well, and what they need to work on, so that, we make sure that even the things that they're weaker at, that we're improving on, to give them, the best chance to be successful once that season does roll around. Because, once October 15th hits, that first month is kind of a grind, because you're going against the same guys every single day. But, once November hits, you start having those scrimmages and that season gets closer. We want to make sure that we're ready to go out there and perform. But still, even then, we don't want to be at our best in November.
Right.
We want to be at our best down the road, into January, going into February, around district time, really hitting our stride. So just continuing to improve a little bit each day. That's going to be the goal, so that when the time comes, we are ready to, make a run.
Coach, talk about your staff. I mean, obviously, with you being a new head coach, sometimes, some coaches like to keep about the same, some like to make additions. So kind of give us a little preview about the staff, and if you've brought anybody else on, or have pretty much kept it the same.
So Coach Willett is going to be with us still, who was on the previous staff. I'm still working on one that's kind of been around a little bit. We're just waiting on his background check and everything to go through. And then I've got two other guys that one of them will probably about 80% sure he'll be with us after dead period. I'm not gonna say who that's gonna be yet. And then I had another guy, a former WKU player that reached out and is interested in being on our staff as well. So Willett plus those other four, or plus those other three, would be what I would like to have. Like I've kind of told our AD and a couple other people have asked, I'm not really in a hurry just to put anybody in the position. I want to make sure that we put the right guys around this team, just to make sure that we're able to help them and push them to their full potential. So taking a little bit longer than probably expected, but again, we want to make sure we do it right versus doing it quick. So
let me ask the players here this question here, because that was a really cool moment last year. The buzzer beater winner of Bowling Green, and it was like a sea of humanity just stormed the floor.
Man, I was going to ask that.
You was? Okay, we'll see.
I just didn't know if it was on topic for what we were trying to discuss.
Well, it
was pretty cool though.
It was very cool. Just talk about that moment, because my goodness, it was like the waves just opened up, and here comes everybody just running on the floor, and holy cow! And thank God nobody got hurt either.
Yeah.
But how cool was that though?
It was definitely the coolest moment of the season, like by far.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like words can't really describe what I was thinking in that moment, but like whenever I got the rebound, threw it to Marteau, Isaiah hit it, and I didn't realize all these students were gonna come on the court, so we just like. I don't know. We were trying to go to Isaiah, but all the students were just on the floor, just like crowding it. And I don't know. It was a cool moment, though, for sure.
Funny thing about it is, before the game ended, we had a little lead, and our AD at the time was behind the bench and was like talking. And me and Drake heard, "You have to tell him no one gets on the court." And so that's what going through my mind. And then he hits it, and so of course we go on the court, like the players. We all go on the court, and my eyes on Zay. So Isaiah, I see him run to the back, like our gym. There's like a back hallway.
Right.
He runs into that hallway to go to the locker room. He's not going to the locker room. That's just where he went to get away from everybody.
Yes.
So I'm just running through the people, and I'm the only one that makes it to Isaiah. And so we come back. We don't even stay there, and I just see everybody. It's everybody screaming, jumping. There's people on the floor. It is amazing how nobody got hurt. But and all the teachers and admin are just trying to get them off the court, but there's just too many people.
Too many people.
Way too many people.
Did y'all get lectured the next day? Did the whole student body, the whole school get lectured the next day?
They were happy.
Really? Okay.
I mean, I think it's because it's the first time we swept BG in like a long time.
07, 08.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I think they told the students at the time, but nobody really.
They're not going to listen.
They were not really mad about it. Nobody really got punished. But it was really a surreal moment and a very core memory of last season.
So y'all encouraging it this season, right? If something like that happens again, right? Another buzzer beater like that?
We just want a big crowd every game, come out and support these guys, and hopefully we're able to put on a good show every night.
Fellas, what's one part of y'all's game that you really wanted to work on during this offseason?
Definitely driving in or just being able to like just rip and go. Like not having to think about what to do, just going. And this summer I've just been working on it ever since. So yeah.
Mine is probably my defense. I've started slow-footed, not this year, but like I'm just gradually getting better, and that's just my main focus from now and until the season starts. That, and then I'm not going to forget about all the other things too, because we don't have time to forget about those. But yeah, defense I would say is my main focus, is being more quick-footed.
Well, one last question before you get you guys out of here, players. What's going to take for you guys to get to Diddle Arena? What's it going to take?
First, there's got to be defense. I mean, defense leads the offense always, and just always have energy. Even if we get down by 10, 20, just keep on climbing back. Game's never over till it's actually over.
Yeah, defense is a big one, and to not let up, because we have a tendency to get up by 20 and then just sell it. And that's what happened during the district game last year.
Okay.
So we have to keep locked in, mind focused on the goal, because we are really not trying to go out first round. And that's just such a big thing that we do.
All right. Outstanding. Coach Savage and players, thanks for stopping by here on Sports Talk. I'm sure we'll have you guys back on during basketball season, and can't wait to hear how things are going and see what's going on during the season.
I appreciate y'all having us. Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you.
Coach Shawn Savage and the Greenwood Gators join us tonight here on Sports Talk. All right, we'll take a break. Coming up next, the Metcalfe County Hornets with head coach Braden Combs and all his players. They'll be joining us next right here on Sports Talk, live here on Talk 104, 93 WKYT, presented by Greenwood Ford.
Ford just brought back one of its biggest offers with a message that says it all. American value for American values. Right now at Greenwood Ford Lincoln, with employee pricing for all, you pay what we pay on almost all new Ford inventory. That means this is a great time to take a serious look at getting into a new Ford and seeing just how much value is on the table. If you've been waiting for the right time, this could be it. So come see us at Greenwood Ford Lincoln and ask us about the employee pricing today.
Big news, Bowling Green. Hills Mattress & More is bigger and better. They've expanded to bring you even more of what you love. We're talking top quality mattresses, furniture, appliances, and TVs. Plus, with financing options and no credit needed, it's never been easier to bring home comfort and style. Come see the all-new expanded Hills Mattress and More at 2539 Mount Victor Lane. Now with more to offer. Hills Mattress and More. Come see what's new.
Are you in the market for a new SUV? Well, try shopping at Campbell Chevrolet. Small, medium, or large, you have an impressive number of choices. Choose from a new Trax, Equinox, Blazer, Traverse, Tahoe, or Suburban. We give you choices, and we will be happy to help you with your best deal. Shop online or in person. Campbell Chevrolet, Scottsville Road.
Welcome back to Sports Talk, live on Talk 104, not WKCT, presented by Greenwood Ford. We got a lot of people here. We got to get you on this side over here because you're going to be blocking the camera side over here for everybody over here. Man, so let's just bring on head coach Brandon Combs, and I think he wanted his entire roster of the Metcalfe County Hornets here tonight. Good evening, Coach.
How's it going, guys? Obviously, it's awesome to be here with you guys. But once I found out my long lost buddy was making the trip down from Lexington, KGD, you just had a birthday, by the way. Really excited to see him again.
He's taking change. You know, if you want to give some change for his birthday, go give him to him.
You know, I again, thank you, appreciate it. You know, this is my guy right here. I mean, one of the people I miss the most, truly. I still talk to you every now and then. I don't try to bother you or anything like that, but yeah, you are one of the people I definitely miss the most. You know, always somebody that I'm always messing with, especially when it comes to NBA time. You know, if y'all don't know, he's a Grizzlies fan. He's a Grizzlies fan.
We'll talk about the NBA.
You see your faces. You see what I'm saying? His team stinks, okay? I'm a Lakers fan.
Thank you, Cade.
So,
we'll talk about the NBA during the after party when they stick around for a few for the after party.
Yeah, I'm always giving them, always messing with them. But yeah, I truly miss you, man. And yeah, I'm so glad that I found out it was me and you doing the show because the last time I was on here was also with Mr. Combs as well. So both appearances for me has been with Brandon Combs.
Well, Brian's figured out that's his highest ratings.
Man. All right, Coach, you brought your squad here with you tonight. So who did you bring with you tonight?
Bunch of great kids. To my immediate left, Braden Page. It's going to be a senior.
Your camera right there. There he is.
And kind of to my right, senior Chance Garrett plays multiple sports. Behind him, Jake Edwards plays multiple sports. Behind him, going to be a junior, Cade Huffman. His father was a great player there at the high school, played at Transylvania University.
Okay.
And then we've got Braiden Dial here.
All right.
And then we've got Haiden Duncan here. And then we've got this knothead Warner Combs beside of me. And then last but not least, probably the best jumper we have in the program, in Kullen Jessie. He's going to be a junior as well. So,
really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, coming out jumping them bigs, huh?
Yeah.
Well, Coach, just talk about how the summer camp's going so far for Metcalfe County.
It's gone great so far. I tell everybody summer basketball is never, it's like preseason scrimmages. It's never as good as you think or as bad as you think.
Mm-hmm.
We've certainly become consistent here lately. We've won 8 basketball games in like 2.5 weeks, which is crazy. We've actually had more time playing games than we have practicing, so I'll be glad after the dead period gets here.
Mm-hmm.
The kids we do have, and that's one thing about being at a Class A size school that I had forgotten and missed. A lot of these guys, some of these guys that are here tonight, I won't see for a while. Because they're football guys.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And golf. Braiden Dial thinks he's going to be on the PGA Tour. But,
hey, we'll talk about that here
someday.
in a minute.
So he's going to golf, and Chance hadn't made his mind up yet, I don't think, on golf or not 100%. So far, so good. We've had some real quality wins. One thing I figured out quickly about this bunch, and they'll tell you I've not mentioned one time what's happened in the past or anything like that. I'm just worried about my time with them.
Okay.
And I figured out real quick that it's a tight-knit bunch, especially tight-knit. They've been great to Warner, who's transferring schools as a junior in high school. But I can tell you right now, if you pick on one of these guys or try to pick a fight with one of them, you're going to fight them all. And I really like that. I like that about this bunch of kids. the first meeting I had with them, we talked about the only thing we're going to worry about is 3 things. And those are 3 things we can control. And that's their attitude, their effort, and trusting one another. And we've gotten better with that as each week has gone on.
I mean, that sounds like John Gordon right there. John Gordon's speech. I mean, that's literally what you said. So 3.
We got short somewhere. So
he said, "There's things in life you can control. That's your effort, your attitude,
I'll
your
go ahead and
actions."
ask this question though.
Yeah.
Man, who'd have thought that since basketball season ended, that Edmonton would be the focal point of a lot of talk in the offseason from the girls' side and the boys' side? What about this, Coach? What about that?
That's we like it that way, and the folks over there as well. It's kind of the hoops hotbed now, I guess. A lot of talk. I have greatly missed the opportunity of having my own program again, and I've said this a couple of times publicly. It's one of those jobs that I would definitely leave what I was doing to go and pursue. It's where I started my coaching career back before these guys were born. And I've got 5 years till I can retire, and my intent is to be there till I retire. They run me off.
Hey, you that old? I didn't know you was that close to retiring. No,
my hair's been gray for 15 years.
Well, fellas, for anybody who wants to talk here, just kind of talk about, you all mentioned, I've won 8 games in the past 2 weeks or so. Just kind of talk about this summer and how it's been learning from him and kind of get used to each other and playing these games.
It's been good. We've had a good summer so far. Big part of it is just trusting everybody, trusting coaches playing, and just playing together.
This summer's been fun. You know, learning something new your senior year wasn't always the dream, but it's been fun so far.
I think this summer we've gotten a lot closer as a team. I mean, we've been in the gym 4 to 5 nights a week, just trusting each other and learning each other.
I feel like it's been a lot easy for me. Well, because, just transferring here, I feel like these guys have accepted me since the first day I got here. So I feel like it's easier to play with them and, winning games with them and stuff.
Well, I just think that we just came closer as a group, and we learned how to trust each other when the games get close at the very end and hit big shots.
I feel like it's best when you're playing your best basketball and you're also having fun. These guys know how to have fun, I will say.
They definitely do. Keeps me feeling young, I'll put it that way.
Yeah, this summer's been great. We've had a good summer. We've been able to get in the gym, be able to trust coach and trust your teammates, and be able to have fun. So,
summer's been great with these guys. It's been fun, playing good basketball most of the time.
Most of the time?
Most of the time.
Wow.
I don't know. I thought I was going to say all the time, Oh, man. For the players, just kind of talk about, I said this with the last group that was in here, but when Coach Combs first arrived, what was some of the things that stood out to y'all about him that made y'all think that, we got ourselves a good one here?
I'm gonna help repeat it for him. He said, "What was it about Coach Combs that kind of made you all feel like, yeah, we got something good here?"
Ever since the first day, he's kind of put it into us that we're going to work hard to be a top team in the region, and just kind of trusting his plan has been a big part of it. Just, I don't really know, just trusting him and believing in his plan and buying into it.
The first day that he came to the high school and he was talking to us, I knew he had something special. And then understanding that we were here to work hard and make noise in the region this year, been important.
Yeah, from day one. I mean, he didn't even know us, and he thought we was the top team in the region. So that says a lot right there.
I mean, yeah, like they said, since first day we got here, I feel like, he made it clear that we want to be one of those top teams in the region. We just go to work every day and practice. So I feel like it's been easier for me because he's my dad, but it's definitely going to be tough sometimes, but it's been easy from here.
I could tell from the first practice, he was telling us that we just need to come in here, work hard, and we could be one of the best teams in the region. And after first practice, you could just tell that we want it more than anybody in the region and district.
I will ask, just,
No, go ahead.
for it seems like most of you all play more than one sport. Obviously, you know, at a smaller school, it tends to be that way. Do you find it difficult to deal with that? Not even just, you know, on your bodies, but, you know, physically, mentally, with school as well, being a multi-sport athlete?
Yeah, you know, sometimes it's hard being a multi-sport athlete. You might have golf practice in the morning and then basketball at night, and you just got to find a way to make it work and rehab your body during the day. That way everything works out.
KGD, don't ask him. He plays golf and basketball.
Hey, golf starts in a month. Golf starts in a month. July 20th.
Braden's golf's riding around in a cart.
We haven't started walking yet.
Need to ask like Jake. You know, Jake plays football. He's going to be knocking people around here.
Yeah, you play Coach LJ. I mean, man. I mean, he's definitely wearing y'all out on the football field, is he not?
Yeah, it's definitely difficult, especially in the summer. Have football and bus leaving 30 minutes after. But go somewhere and play basketball.
Wow. Was it who else? I mean, you play football and basketball too. No, you don't play football? I thought you played football.
Chance too.
Chance.
Guy,
okay.
Baseball guy too.
Okay, go ahead.
Plays baseball as well.
Okay. I got to ask you, Coach, and players y'all can chime into as well. Obviously, with you coming on as a game changer now, because I mean now Metcalfe County is being talked about as one of the favorites in the 16th district, possibly to win the All-A in the 4th Region too as well. So, how do y'all handle these expectations that everybody's talking about? Metcalfe County, you know, being all the representatives of the 4th Region and winning the 16th district too as well. On top of that,
well, from a coaching perspective, that's what I wanted for these kids. That's what I told them from day one. And in the last few weeks, I could kind of tell the light bulbs gone on, and they certainly believe that. Is it going to be easy? No. 16th district's a very difficult district. I mean, you have battles every night when you play in a district game. I told them and joked around with them. I can remember when I was at Cumberland back in the day, we went and played at Clinton County, and I had a Mountain Dew bottle whizzed at me from a Clinton County fan from behind. So, I mean,
not surprising. Not surprising.
As crazy as it sounds, I've missed that. It's good to be back. It's good to be home. Because if they're throwing something at you, guess what, guys? You're doing something right.
You're doing something right. Yeah.
There you go.
I'll let some of the guys answer that, but that's my take.
I mean, it's always nice to be a contender in the district. You always want to be on top of the district, and just kind of having that talk is nice, and just knowing you're going to have to work hard for it.
Knowing we can win the district in All-A is big, but we know we have to put in the work during the year, and it's not just going to fall in our lap. The 16th district is very tough to play in.
In the 16th district, I mean, they play tough. I mean, you have to get in there in the gym and get shots up, you know, and you have to rebound. I mean, they're physical down there. And if you don't rebound, that could lose you a ball game or even a district game, and you sit home early.
Yeah, this will be my first year in the 16th, and I was in the 15th last year. But from what these guys have been saying, it's a dogfight in the 16th. So I feel like all these days in practice, late nights, it'll get us going to win the district and possibly the region.
Yeah, it's always been a war in the 16th district, but I feel like if we can go in there, get in the gym, work hard, and give good trust and attitude, and effort like we should be doing, we should be good. And I feel like we got to take it one game at a time.
Every game in this district is going to be physical, dogfight, like Warner said, but I feel like that lays in our hands a lot. We can be physical.
Yeah, I know just during our practices when we're going 110% the whole time, that'll pay off in the long run because you want to make sure you can, what's the word I'm looking for? Withstand. Withstand. We got to build our confidence. Yeah, chemistry, and we just got to get to know each other because, I mean, that's a big thing when it comes to those big games. You got to know each other.
Well, the big thing in any high school sports season, being involved in it 20 plus years, it's peaks and valleys. I mean, you're dealing with teenagers. It's peaks and valleys. And we've even gone through that the short amount of time we've been together this summer. And that's going to be the big thing, is not getting extremely high or extremely low. You know, just coming in again and controlling those things that we can control and kind of let the chips fall where they may.
Okay. I got to ask. All right. Warner, my dog, the first time me and you ever met, I think he were in like 7th grade.
Yeah.
It was in the gym at Warren East. I think he was in 7th grade. Just now you're about to be what? What year?
Junior.
Junior. You're going to be a junior. Yeah. Wow. That's crazy. Getting old. What's it like playing with dad, playing for dad now?
It's definitely good. There's some highs and lows to it, but I feel like most of the time it's, it's easy because you see him every day. I see him every day. So I feel like it's easier for me to, listen and be coachable because I've known him my whole life. So I feel like it'd be easy.
I feel coaching son.
I can speak on that from my end of things. Before I was his coach this year, to him, I wasn't the guy who'd coached 20-plus years, been to 4 state tournaments, won a district as a head coach, been a district runner-up as a head coach. I was dad. So a lot of the basketball stuff I would tell him, and rightfully so, would go one ear and out the other. And there's a lot of guys that he trusts and a lot of coaches who have been really good with him coming up.
Mm-hmm.
And I've tried to be dad. And now as a coach, it's different. He and I talked about this. This is something we both really wanted at the end of the day. And it's been awesome. I tell everybody I'll never get back that time that I was coaching the first go around and he was young and I would miss some little league games and those type things. I'll never get that time back, but we're certainly going to try to make up for it.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Definitely so.
For the players, kind of talk about, any lines that you all have been able to hear in practice that kind of stuck out to you, like, or as I call them, any Coach Comisms. Have you all had any of those?
There's going to be tons. Come on, guys. It's going to be tons. Because he always has them.
I got one.
Go ahead.
Been hearing this for 16 years, so I say the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again.
I've heard
expecting a result.
I've heard him say that in a huddle before.
Right,
I've heard him say that.
Everybody in this room's heard me say that before. That's something I live by.
How about some of the other guys?
To be honest, I've not really lit into this bunch yet. I haven't had to. They listen and do what's asked out of them.
It's not hit home runs, it's hit singles.
Yeah. There's a baseball reference in there.
There we go. What's some others he's done? He's had done some in practice.
There was a game the other day, and I'd hollered, "Let's not hit home runs, let's hit singles." And as soon as I said that, Cade Huffman knocks down a big 3. So the guy keeping the score at the scores table, Barron said, "Well, Coach, that was a grand slam." I said, "Yeah, it was." So,
oh my goodness. Go ahead. We get to break in just a minute.
All right, I gotta ask because it's just very ironic for me. It's different gender, obviously, but the last time you were coaching, right? It was with Warren East. Mm-hmm. Warren East ladies Raiders were in the region tournament, right? And they lost on a call it a bad call, lane violation. I will still defend that. It was a bad call. The referee association came at me. I was going to say, do you find it ironic that you are now at Metcalfe County, the coach of...
No, again, as I said, it's one of the few places I would want to go and coach. It's special being a one-school county. The whole county supports you. It's not like down here where you're split against 6 different fan bases.
Right.
That's it. The football field will be packed in the fall, the gym will be packed in the winter, and the baseball field's packed in the spring. Those 2 years that I spent helping with the girls kind of relit that fire for me. We won it was close to 50 games in 2 years.
Had to be.
I mean, They were a fun bunch, and still keep in contact with Coach Neville and those folks, and some of the Lawson twins, Madison and Kennedy, came up and helped us with our little kids camp. We had we had 70 kids at our camp this summer. We had 70 kids. We had kids crawling all over these guys.
Wow!
I mean, that was the first week, my first full week there, and that's when you're like, man, it's good to be. I'm loving this decision. This is where I need to be.
Awesome. All right, let's take a break. We come back. We will wrap things up for the main show. After party will begin after that. So let's take a break. And when we come back, we'll wrap up the radio portion of Sports Talk live here on Talk 104, 93 BKCT, presented by Greenwood Ford.
Ford just brought back one of its biggest offers with a message that says it all. American value for American values. Right now at Greenwood Ford Lincoln, with employee pricing for all, you pay what we pay on almost all new Ford inventory. That means this is a great time to take a serious look at getting into a new Ford and seeing just how much value is on the table. If you've been waiting for the right time, this could be it. So come see us at Greenwood Ford Lincoln and ask us about the employee pricing today.
Car crashes, tractor-trailer wrecks, animal attacks, wrongful deaths. One call can change your future. Call me today, and let's start fighting back together. I'm injury lawyer Will Williford. Where there's a will, there's a way. When tragedy injures or takes the life of someone too soon, no amount of money can take that back. But justice can offer some security and accountability. I'm injury lawyer Will Williford, and I want you to know, where there's a will, there's a way.
Big news, Bowling Green. Hills Mattress & More is bigger and better. They've expanded to bring you even more of what you love. We're talking top quality mattresses, furniture, appliances, and TVs. Plus, with financing options and no credit needed, it's never been easier to bring home comfort and style. Come see the all-new expanded Hills Mattress & More at 2539 Mount Victor Lane. Now with more to offer. Hills Mattress & More. Come see what's new.
Welcome back to Sports Talk, live on Talk 104, not WKYT, presented by Greenwood Ford. We are playing the out. That's not the right thing to play there. There we go. Now we got it right. There we go. We got it. We got it right there. There we go. We're good. All right. Reminder once again, next week is the 1-year anniversary show live from Greenwood Ford. Everybody, please come out. Watch the show live. It's going to be a great show. We're going to have the state and national championship softball team, South Florida Spartans, will all be there at Greenwood Ford to join us. Also, as well, too, Adam Witt, new head coach of the Bowling Green Lake Purples golf team. He'll be joining us as well, too, along with some of his players from both the boys and girls team as well. So it should be a fun show. All right. And then the Metcalfe County Hornets, we're going to have them stick around a little bit for the after party because we got to talk some more basketball. We'll definitely hit on some NBA stuff because of the Giannis deal coming up on Tuesday. He ain't going to Memphis, we know that, but
ain't going to LA either.
Ain't going to LA either. That's right. There's four of the places he's talking about going to, and those are 2 and not the 4. That's for sure.
So you're gonna have to give up a lot for that to happen.
Yeah, that's right. But the four places, destinations are pretty good. So we will talk about that a little more with the Hornets basketball, maybe a little Hornets football too as well, because we love some LJ. LJ's pretty tough on y'all, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah. You better say
That's
yeah.
That's a nice way. TC answer.
Yeah. Caden, we have a few minutes left. What you got going on in old Lexington?
Well, the season has wrapped up. High school is over. College is over. We got the TBT tournament coming up in July here. So Kentucky will play Louisville in the best of 3. So that'll be fun to watch. But yeah, I've been out of Bowling Green for a year now almost. June 30th was my last day at BKO last year. And ever since then, it's just been rolling. Like, I covered the Kentucky volleyball team going to the national championships. I was in Kansas City for a week. I traveled with the UK women's basketball team. So I was in West Virginia. Then I went to Texas, and I've been all over the place. So it's been a fun year. For sure. But I tell everybody all the time, every time I see you all at state, I'm like, I miss you guys. I love, Bowling Green and South Central Kentucky. Like, I'll never not come and visit, especially this guy. Like, I got to talk to this guy. Me and him. What?
Wait a minute. You're working with a place with a budget that you can go places? Wow,
yeah,
that's outstanding.
Yeah,
that's outstanding. That's outstanding.
Yeah, I mean,
wow. Everything comped.
Yeah,
exactly.
Wow,
I flew to Texas too. That's a lot with the TV equipment too.
That had to feel good, didn't it?
You should have been made to drive to Texas instead of flying.
I drove to Kansas City, and that was a 10-hour drive that turned into a 12-hour drive.
Yes,
that was tough.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been nothing but fun, and just to see South Central Kentucky team still being able to be great and get back to Lexington so I can see everybody. You know, obviously Franklin Simpson saw Ashley Taylor, got to see her. Obviously with South Warren, got to see them and root them on these past couple of weeks. I know we'll talk about it later, but I told them, hey, my birthday present from y'all is y'all winning. So them winning was on my birthday. So that was fun to watch.
Hey guys, if you want this guy to come to y'all's games during the regular season, here's what you need to do. At concession stand, make sure you have pork shoulder sandwiches in place for him. That'll get him come there. That will get Caden to come to some games. Pork shoulder. And
pork shoulder sandwiches.
A pork shoulder sandwich or a pork shoulder plate. Whichever one you want to do.
When I was in Kansas City, oh man, the amount of money I spent on barbecue that I get back. I spent like $400. Got it all back, just eating tons of barbecue for free, basically.
That would be good for the Metcalfe. They'll take that money for their basketball program. They'll take it.
We've got some good barbecue cooks.
There you go.
Josh, Jessie, Chris Huffman, they're good barbecue cooks.
So there you go. Get this man to come in and spend some money on some pork shoulder sandwiches and stuff.
I mean, this community means a lot. That's the one thing I do miss is just, how tight-knit the community is. Lexington is a bit different, obviously, with UK. But down here, it's a little bit more, community involved, and in high school, a little bit centric more. So I got to know everybody down here. So like, I miss all the schools. I don't think there's a school where I didn't have like a personal connection to. Like even with like Cumberland County, I had a couple of people that I got to know. We never went to Cumberland County, so just it means a lot that everybody still cares and checks on me every now and then. And so this place will always be special to me for sure.
All right, so everybody, here's what we want you to do. We're about to get off the radio here, so go to our Facebook feed, and we'll start the after party in about 5 minutes. So do that, as we'll have the Metcalfe County Hornets still be our guest, as well as Tyler Fernandez as well too, be your guest too. I know I got tongue-tied. I know I did. That's my fault. So I'm trying to hurry, get it out of here before 20 seconds. So everybody, get off the radio here and join us on Facebook on our Talk 104, not the WKYT Facebook page for the after party. That's
You've
next.
been listening to Sports Talk, presented by Greenwood Ford.